my name's Lonnie Asher. I'm the new owner of Archery Innovations. My father used to own the company, and then I took it over about a year ago. And in that time, I learned a lot. I went to a couple shows. I went to the Great American Outdoor Show, and I went to the ATA show last year. There again, I learned a lot. This year, we'll be going to the Whitetail Classics. We'll be going to the one in Nebraska, the one in Iowa, and the one in Illinois. So if you guys are in that area or are planning on attending, we hope to see you at our booth. And we'll have a shooting lane as well, so you guys can shoot the anchor sight. Now, if you guys are not familiar with an anchor sight, I'm going to show you what it's all about. Well, the anchor sight is right here. You can put it in here if you want to, but a lot of bows don't have that room for you. So Archery Innovations suggests you put it forward high. It works great for sliders, any slider sights. It's just nice to have it above. But if you can't put it there, you can also put it down below in here if you have enough room. But yeah, I don't know if you can see inside of this. Probably hard to, but I'll make it easy. I'll grab one over here. That's this one right here. I'll have you guys looking at for a minute. I'm sure you guys are familiar with an anchor sight, but if you're not, there it is. You simply put the dot in the circle like so. Pretty hard to do, but really sensitive. It's a magnified lens with a background. So I don't know if you ever stuck your thumb in a telescope when you're at home or at school. You've seen your thumbnail just bouncing all over. That's magnification. Well, if you can put magnification on a bow and arrow and see every little movement, I mean, it don't get no better than that. And that's what the anchor sight does. The anchor sight when mounted on your bow is basically a 360 degree level that's magnified. Don't get no better than that, guys. So, I don't know, guys. I was just told to sit down here today and tell you who I am and what's going on with Archery Innovations, and I hope everyone gets rid of their peep sight. There's no place for a peep sight in archery. There isn't any. I'm sorry, guys. It's 2025. There shouldn't be anybody looking through a string, and there shouldn't be anything inside your string, period. But looking through a string, to me, it's not fun. It ain't fun. It's not fun shooting. It's not fun, period. We want to be over here, guys, just like shooting a longbow and a recurve. Well, now you can. And that's just one cool thing about the anchor sight. There's 5 amazing things that the anchor sight does that we all want as archers. And the peep sight does 0. 0. So I'll go over them 5 here quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Main thing, why do we call the anchor sight the anchor sight? Well, that's easy, because you can create your anchor point where you want to be at, which is awesome. I mean, we all want that. It's like shooting a stick bow in a recurve and snap shooting real quick. You just bam. Well, we all want to be like that, but we can't. But now you can. We're going to start off with your form when you're shooting. All right. This helps a lot with everything, actually. But when you look at your target, or when you're looking at your target or the animal, whatever. When you're looking at your target, that's your natural looking position. I mean, that's like turning your head, and there it is. Okay, you don't want to leave your head. You don't want to leave that natural looking position. You want to keep your head in that same spot. Well, when you do that, let's say you're barreling down on your target right now, and your head's in that natural looking position, both eyes open. Now you draw your bow back. Your head never leaves that natural looking position. You're still in that natural looking position. You draw your bow back, you get it to your face. Your head never moves. It's always in that natural looking position. Now you can say, okay, where do I want my anchor? I want it right there. Move that anchor sight up and down and left and right, and put that dot in that circle at that sweet spot of yours. So that's why we call it the anchor sight, because you can create your anchor where you want it. That's huge. Huge. That's number 1. Number 2, full vision of your target. We all want full vision, right? Or do we rather have a string in your eyeball? No, we want to be over here like we should. Well, you get that with an anchor sight. That's number 2. Number 3, this is a big one, guys. There's nothing in the industry that shows you torque. Torque in real time. That's when you're at full draw and everything's going on. You're either shaking or you're just nervous. You have to keep that dot in that circle. It's simple. It's a simple thing to do when you're at full draw, is to put that dot in that circle. And when you're doing that, your confidence goes straight up because you know what's going on before the shot even gets there. So that's number 3, torque. Torque is huge. Number 4, this is big too. They're all big. That's why I call it the big 5. Number 4 is low light. Who doesn't want to be out there, if you're a hunter, who doesn't want to be out there a little bit longer when that big boy's going to step out later, like we all know they do? You'll get 10 minutes of extra hunting time with an anchor sight. There's a glow disc back here that lets light in. And when it gets light in, it absorbs that light. And when it gets dark out, it starts to illuminate. And boy, does it illuminate. It's like damn near like a flashlight. It ain't that bright, but it's bright. And so it's awesome. You don't have to worry about them low light shots. And that's number 4. Oh, geez. What else can there be? Well, let's go to number 5. You better sit down for this one. You might want to sit down for this one. All right. Shooting longer distances. All right. For the anchor sight, you put the dot in a circle. 1 pin, 20 yards. Money. What if it's 30 yards? Or what if it's 40 yards? Okay, I'm going to go back to number 1. I'm going to go back to your form. I'm going to go back to making sure your head always stays in a natural looking position. Because if it does stay in that natural looking position, then you're able to do this. I can use 1 pin and I can shoot 20, 30, 40, 50 yards very accurately with using just 1 pin. Not a slider sight, because sometimes you don't have time to slide it. But if you do, that's great. But if you don't, range increment, and this is what you do. Instead of putting the dot in the circle, you're going to put the dot in the upper part of the circle, and that's your 30 yards. And if you're going to want to shoot 40, you go halfway into your circle, and that'll be 40, and so on and so forth. But the key is your head never leaves your natural looking position. So when you're at full draw, you can do this now. You can. Never before you could, but you can now. You can go from here, 20, watch his hand right here, 20, 30, 40, 50. My head never leaves my natural looking position, but yet I can face walk, and my arrow's going to go like this for longer distances. Why would you want to raise your arm up with all them pins out there and you start shaking, and it's just no good, guys. That's number 5. The anchor sight does 5 amazing things. We call it the big 5. Put the anchor sight on your bow. See what it all does. You will be amazed. You will never take the anchor sight off your bow. You'll get rid of that peep sight. There's so many benefits of that. Getting that peep sight off your bow. We all know that. Join Team Anchor Sight, guys. Let's go. Let's go. It's 2025, man. Let's go. Thank you.